So these were some clips on the drive to Ulun Danu temple in Bali, Indonesia. And I just thought I'd throw some of the drive because it was very scenic. Going up these mountains here, you were just seeing all the various sorts of crops, fruits, vegetables, rice, whatever it was growing here. But the little villages were kind of beautiful to just drive through and just see normal Bali life, really. And that's why I decided to pull out the camera and do a bit of filming to not only just show the tourist destinations, but to show you a little bit about the scenic beauty of Bali outside the major tourist sort of places like your Kuta, like your Seminyak, like your Ubud. This is in a totally different direction up in the hills. And yeah, that's why I thought, get some of it on a video and show you guys how beautiful Bali is once you get off the beaten track a little bit and start driving. But it was a lot cooler. As we went up the mountains, we found that the temperature was dropping a bit, so it was a bit easier to handle than the heat of places like Kuta. But here you see all these temples through the little villages. Really beautiful, really scenic places here. One thing I was noticing when I was going up there was a few abandoned buildings here and there that were just completely empty. And I don't know whether they were just abandoned shops that had been the impact of the pandemic or what was really going on. But there were several abandoned buildings going all the way up, including an old ghost hotel as such, which had been partially built but never finished and never officially opened. Which was interesting as we got further up the mountains and saw that. But so this was one of our last big tours, and we'd been to we had been to the beach in the morning, to another temple, and this one was more of like a last-minute impulsive one that where Anne just wanted to check out, and it was also a suggestion too of Alfons that it would be a nice place. And so we didn't know how far it was going to take to get there. We thought, hour and a half, 2 hours, doesn't really matter. We were just taking our time. We weren't in a hurry. And we just thought, you know what, let's just go. We don't know what we're going to see on the way. We don't know what we're going to come across, but it's just part of the fun. Just checking out and going cross-country, across Bali, and seeing what you discover along the way. And our driver was pretty cool that way. If we wanted to stop somewhere and eat, he'd just go, yep, sure, anywhere. And he'd just pull over, or if we wanted to check something out on a map, he'd take a bit of a detour for us and take us wherever we wanted. And he would explain things along the way as well, how much things would cost, parking, all that sort of stuff. And he was a good guide, good driver, and we had a great time hanging out with Alfons as well. And so on this drive, it was more about the scenery. It was just spectacular. Sort of beautiful farms, beautiful landscapes, and especially as we got further up into the hills, you started to see more of this particular landscape. But yes, next stop, food. Yes. She wants the local food. She's craving it. We can sit and find some real local lunch. So there was a variety of street food here, but we got some satay, some chicken, some soup, and we just sat here and enjoyed the food. Just with some water. So there's the satay goat.
Use the rice? You need rice?
Yeah, boiled rice, yeah. And the samba.
Nasi campur satu dua.
And the chicken.
This is This is the boat we rent in the lake.
So all the sort of food you actually see there, the chicken and the tofu and all that, it's actually deep fried all, but it tastes really nice, really tasty. How was this soup and this other stuff you're eating, hun? Is it good? So what's this one called?
Chapchai.
Chapchai? Chapchai. And that one?
Nasi campur.
Nasi campur. Oh god. So for our street food, 123,000? Yes, 123,000. That's pretty good, Indonesian, and it was delicious street food too. And
We'll stop here.
yes, should stop here.
But I don't know the name.
But not everyone can handle the stomach, I must say. But it was nice for us. So I did break this sort of journey up to the temple into 2 videos because it was a long journey and I wanted to capture a lot and just show you guys generally what this journey was like and this drive up the mountains and the sort of things you see. Yes, there's a lot of little cafes, street food options all the way up, but I should tell you also that there is a lot of restaurants in the town where the temple is as well. So it's really up to you where you want to eat. They go all the farms up this way and support all the hotels with their vegetables, their fruit, everything like that. And Kuta and Semiakal, those sorts of areas. But yeah, it's a beautiful area up here in the mountains. And the weather's a lot cooler too as you're coming up the mountains. So we're going to a temple up in the hills. And yes, let's see what it looks like. Looks like an old market's there or something that's gone broke. Must have been some shops at one stage. There. All markets that have gone broke. Shops, restaurants, maybe. The House of Tundra. Must be some sort of restaurant up there. All the houses over there on the hills. Yeah, I'm not sure. This area's sort of like why I would love to live in Chiang Mai. Yeah, it looks like resorts up there on the hill. Or something.
Up there?
Yeah.
Yeah, up and down.
Up and down.
Yeah.
Your mountain resort. Looks like an expat house.
This is all new one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that
I
view.
come here many times, not see.
Look at this. So beautiful.
Which one?
There.
Oh, the farm. Oh, the mountain.
Farms?
Oh, yeah, the mountain ahead of us. That's just beautiful. Yeah. Look at those farms though. All that area up here. Gee, that's the worst place to break down. That's a good place to have a little Indonesian restaurant. Look at the view. Look at this bloody car in front of us. It's an old army jeep or something.
Left steering. Left steering. This is the hotel entry. The resort.
Oh, the hotel entry. Oh, little cafes up here. Oh my God, look at that view. Just bizarre. Whoa. This area we're just passing now, this is where there was a resort built on the hill. It was never completed and never opened. And so it's kind of like slowly falling apart. And from what we learnt later, it's, kids have gone in there, spray painted it, but they've tried to gate it all off because they don't know what the stability of the actual resort is like now. But it looks like a bit of a spooky scene. It'd be awesome to take a bit of a walk through there, though. But as you can see here, there's the resort there as we're coming around the corner. But yeah, it'd be awesome to explore that abandoned resort and just film it inside. But it is all gated off and you can't get inside it. But there was so many abandoned shops along here as well and buildings. And I'm not sure whether it was just the impact of COVID or not. So if you like this video, hit like and subscribe as I continue to grow the channel. And yeah, stop here if you're driving up the mountains, as it's a great viewpoint for photos.